Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, continuing to cook up some of this NFL preseason football, man. We were 20-7 documented last year in the NFL preseason for over 1,100 units. Currently, this year, we are 7-3 on documented plays, 5-0 on our NFL play of the day, man. We have yet to drop one of those. There's been 5 days of NFL preseason action thus far this year, starting with the Hall of Fame game, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday last week, which brings us to 5 total days. All 5 of those days we had a play of the day, and all 5 of those days we've cashed. Today makes the 6th day of NFL preseason action, only 1 game, but we're going to have the play of the day back up again, and we're going for 6 straight. If you want that play, it can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium, man. But I am finna break down side and total for y'all right here on the video. So let's try to keep the momentum rolling forward. We've been extremely high in this NFL preseason action, man. And we're trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. So we got the Cleveland Browns out on the road facing the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Eagles favored by 3.5, total around 38. Here's my thought process. I'm on the Browns, and I'm on the under here in this game. Those are the 2 sides I'm on. Let me talk you through it. I just don't see the motivation for the Philadelphia Eagles in week 2 of a preseason football game. I don't. I'm sorry. This is the Eagles team that went to the Super Bowl last year. Although I don't think that they were, just this juggernaut dominant team last year, it is safe to say they were the best team in the NFC. And coming into this year, I would say they are still currently the best team in the NFC until they're knocked off. I would say my Cowboys are slightly better, but until you can beat the man, you're not the man, so the man is still the Eagles. In their locker room, in their thought process, I know they're thinking they're going back to the Super Bowl. I know that's what they think. I know that's what their entire fan base thinks. I know that's what their head coach is thinking. So with that thinking, a team that just went last year, a younger team, but a veteran team, I just don't see them coming out here going balls to the wall in week 2 of a preseason football game. That's my thought process. I just don't see it. Nick Sirianni has been a coach since he's been a head coach in the NFL who has not really taken the NFL preseason all that seriously. So what is the motivation for them to just start taking it all that seriously in week 2 of an NFL preseason against the Cleveland Browns? There is none. I don't really expect to see the starters for the Eagles. I just don't. Although I do think that their backups are viable backups. I like their starting quarterback today in Marcus Mariota. I highly doubt we see any of Jalen Hurts in any preseason action. I just don't think we're going to see him. But Marcus Mariota, I do think, is a very solid backup for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a guy who played and started majority of the games for the Falcons last year. So I think he's perfectly fine and perfectly suited for preseason action. But I don't want to lay 3.5 points with the Eagles. I think Mariota plays a quarter at most, maybe a half. And then after that, we're going to get Ian Book and Tanner McKee. And those are just 2 quarterbacks I'm not willing to lay 3.5 points with. They're not. I'm sorry. Now, let's look at the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are going to be starting DTR Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who has looked good in both of his preseason actions. So the Browns now have 2 games under their belt. Philly won. Philadelphia got the cover last week, failed to win, but covered against the Baltimore Ravens, the preseason warriors, man. They just go stupid, dummy, crazy every year in the preseason. Continued their winning streak, but failed to cover the spread. I think they're like 22-3 now, ATS, in the preseason over the last few seasons, are the Ravens. But I'm not reading too much into the Eagles getting that cover, man. The books were just out for blood on the Ravens. Everybody knew what was up with the Ravens, and there was no reason the Ravens should be favored by that many points in a preseason game. So I'm not really reading all that much into that for Philadelphia. What I will say is DTR looked good in the Hall of Fame game, came back and got the win for us against the Jets in that game. And he looked fairly good last week against Washington. Didn't get a whole lot of minutes as Kevin Stefanski played Deshaun Watson for a drive. That drive was promising. They got down to the red zone, couldn't quite punch it in. After that was Kellen Mond and Joshua Dobbs and crew. So they play like 4 quarterbacks that game. That's not going to be the case today. I don't think we see Dobbs or Watson today. I think we're going to get DTR first half and then Kellen Mond second half. This is my thought process on the game, though. I just think the Browns are going to approach the game a little more seriously than the Eagles do. And I could see the Browns playing Browns-type football. I think this is going to be a lower-scoring defensive game. I think the Browns are going to be running the football. I think this is going to be an uglier football game, kind of short week for both. And I just don't see them playing a lot of their top-tier guys. So this is my thought process. I'm going to take the under in this game. I think the Browns are going to win this game somewhere around like 17-13. And I'm going to take the Browns to win the game straight up on the money line. So NFL Dogs, thus far in the NFL preseason, we've had how many games? 17. The Dogs are 9-8 straight up. Straight up on the money line, Dogs are 9-8. We've been on a lot of dogs in the NFL preseason. As if you kind of go against the grain in the preseason, you're typically going to profit. But we've left a lot of money on the table as well, grabbing the points instead of just taking them to win the game outright. And I think the Browns tonight have a legitimate shot to do that. I think their approach to this game is going to be a little more serious than the Eagles, a team with Super Bowl aspirations. I just don't see Philadelphia coming out here balls to the wall for a Week 2 NFL preseason football game. I think the Eagles are pretty much top-heavy, although they do have depth. I just don't see that depth winning this football game and covering this point spread. I think the Browns are going to win, and I think it's going to be an uglier football game on a short week. So Browns money line and under the total for me here in this football game. Again, though, we are 20-7 last year for over 1,100 units on documented plays in the NFL preseason. We are 7-3 this year. We're 5-0 on our NFL play of the day, going for 6 straight today. So if you want my favorite play in this game, it can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium, man. I appreciate y'all joining me as I continue to break down this NFL preseason game. We walk y'all through my thought process and how I'm breaking down these NFL preseason games. We're continuing to try to keep this momentum rolling forward, trying to continue to help y'all make some money and put money in my own pockets betting some of this NFL preseason action. And, of course, I'm just happy that we have the NFL back, some football to watch on our TV as the regular season is on the horizon, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. Let's make some money tonight. I will be back tomorrow as NFL preseason action continues to cook up, man. Tomorrow we have... How many games we got tomorrow? Tomorrow we have 2 games. We got Panthers, Giants, Bengals, Falcons. So I will be back tomorrow morning or maybe tonight breaking down both of those games. So I'll see y'all then. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. If you want my baseball plays and my football plays, they can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. I'm just here to break it down for y'all video form. Appreciate y'all boys, man, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.